As I was clearing the space, I picked up on maybe you've found something recently that it almost feels like this thing feels like when you found it, it was like, where has it been all my life? And you can almost get obsessed with this thing. There's almost like an element of it though, like you not knowing if it's good or bad for you, and you wondering if it is bad for you. And I also channeled no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So maybe this is a time for you where you're kind of being told to be more serious by external forces. You're playing around more than life is maybe giving you the space to. I just heard in the wind, freely dancing, and I keep hearing wind, or there's like a message of wind that keeps coming through. And I'm hearing something slow moving is about to pop, or like has popped, or like explode. I just heard scarring, sticky situations, and clinging. I'm hearing like you're the rabbit and you're quickly outrunning something dangerous. Something that feels like it's right on your tail. I feel like something got away from you, and then when you caught back up with it, it was like the underworld version of it, or like it felt like you had found like a different timeline of the thing that you were catching up to. I feel like there's some element of like law and outlaw and maybe justice here, but I just heard like sheriff and old time, and I'm getting like the image of like old saloon doors that like open through the center and like someone kicking them open. I feel like that's kind of like you kicking them open, and then like everybody sort of like the bar coming to like a hush and noticing you. So maybe like you're this outlaw figure, but I almost feel like you're also, I feel like you're the outlaw figure, and then I also feel like you're like here bringing law. And I was picking up on this feeling of pain, and I feel like it was connected to the family, but maybe not because of the family. And I almost feel like there is a sense of not revenge, but like a deliverance of justice on part of someone else. Like a reckoning. There's like a deliverance of a reckoning. Maybe for a loved one. And I'm hearing web and webs of change, and just how things through time and like the way things are connected through time lead to transformation. And I'm hearing the bigger point of things, the bigger picture. Just heard that again. Point. There will be a balance that comes like post this reckoning. I'm hearing something will be left in the past, and I'm hearing you'll be diving into soft abundance from there. And I feel like there will be a period after this where it's almost like the sun is just shining on you, and your aspirations, it's almost like there's an air intake on them and they're being like supercharged. In this period after the reckoning, there will be protection. And I just heard some mystery will be locked, and you will be all knowing, and you will have all access. On the other side of this, you will be changed for the better, and I'm hearing brought closer to your nature. It's been a slow, long, hard process, and I'm hearing your spirit team say you are very beautiful, and it's like this has felt like very hidden to you. You're this path, or maybe the bigger picture to it all, but something about it all feels like destiny as it all clicks into place, I'm hearing. So final words from Spirit on this charm reading. I'm hearing, don't hide your feelings. All navigation is happening and unfolding in due time. And, I'm getting this image of, like, as the sailor is traveling across the ocean, it's almost like the ocean is bringing the destination closer to the sailor as well as they're moving closer to the destination, because the water is in motion. And when it's in motion towards the sailor, both the water and the sailor are bringing the destination closer. And I almost feel like if your dreams are like symbolically clouds, it's almost like as you're rising towards the clouds, aka your dreams, they're coming closer to you and meeting you, bringing your destination closer to you. Things are essentially, moving in your favor and smoothly. Even, and I'm hearing like smoothly, and I'm hearing like some creaking, like ship creaking. And like when a house is like creaking and a ship's creaking, it's like the item itself, the ship, the house, is static. It isn't necessarily, there isn't movement happening to the house or the ship. Like, I guess there is on like a really small scale, but when it's creaking, there's nothing like causing it to creak. It's just like creaking, settling. And I almost feel like that's just like representative of your journey. Like your journey has been one that could creak because the steps have each been so settled. And I just heard whips of time. And this message of like generation keeps coming through. Like generation. And specifically like you being the younger counterpart. But there is a small feeling here that some of you are perhaps the older counterpart, but a majority of you here are going to be the younger counterpart in this generational thing, whatever that narrative is. But let's see if Spirit wants to come through with one more message here. One last message. You may be an Aries, or there's Aries energy here. And I just heard fresh as a flower, and you might be someone's baby here in the situation. And the last message that we have from Spirit that's coming through is very simple, and I just heard perfect form and regeneration. And double confirmation on the Aries energy, or just you might be an Aries, and then also there's like Mars energy present here. And I just hear core and hollowed out and shield of armor around the heart, but healed, protected. You might have some form of practice that is ascending your like consciousness, the psychology of, or like the inner workings of your mind, elevating your thought processes, raising your vibration, and you may be practicing self-love more. And I feel like it's actually like been psychologically, I'm feeling like a very maternal energy to this generational thing. And it doesn't mean that it is literally a mother, though it could be, but it's someone who embodies like a feminine energy in the connection with you. And that can be, a male as well. If the person that, is connected to this reading in the generational sense, they're in a very receiving space. I feel like they might be, a very balanced person. So they might be someone who is embodies their masculine and their feminine, but in their personal lives. But in this connection with you, they embody feminine energy more. When it comes to the heart space, because I do get the sense too that there's a lot of masculine. I feel like this is a very balanced relationship, but it's like when it comes to the heart space, it's a very maternal feeling, even if this person isn't your mother. And I'm just hearing post-reckoning, all will be healed.